Dr. Tim Clinton is with us this morning as we talk about love.
When you look at all the outcome-based research on what makes people happy, guess what still ranks number one?
I would think a good marriage.
A good marriage is still number one, ahead of money, power, prestige, position at work. Seriously, a good marriage still ranks up there. Why? Because we were made for a relationship, and there isn't anything better than being in a relationship with somebody who actually is there for you.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, there isn't anything more troubling, more empty than being in a relationship where there isn't much love, and there's a gap of distance in there. I really believe it's a challenge to keep your relationship together. It's so tough to do that spiritual piece. Why? Because I think it demands vulnerability. It takes work to connect at that level. You know why? Because anything that God wants to bless, I really believe all hell's against. And part of where we're at today is we're just talking about what is it that comes against our relationship? What is it that sort of takes the joy at times out of our love, our marriages? A lot of people are in relationships and they're trying to make them work, but it's like they just get stuck. They can't break through.
Right.
And they live years and years and years in this stuff. By nature, we don't necessarily look out for each other.
No.
Yeah, we really get preoccupied with
It's all about
ourselves.
me.
And it's the sin factor that comes in. The things I would do, I don't. The things I wouldn't do, I do. Romans 7, Paul in his relationship with Christ, so daily he had to reckon and yield himself to Christ. It's no different in our marriages. What you put in is what you get out, period. There are two more factors that I think really infect relationships. One is this expectation piece that we bring relationships. We really believe that if I get married, life's going to be better. The expectation piece, I'll never be hurt. That's why the first hurt is, really, the first cut is really the deepest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and love starts spinning on us. The last piece is simply this. God called it the speed factor. We somehow believe, we're the microwave generation, that if we make a quick cell phone call, send a text message, and by the way, they're important, that somehow everything's going to work between the two of us. It's not that way. Meaningful couple time is going as low as 7 minutes a day. We talk about how family time's gone, the front porch is gone, marriage time is gone. You can't build a relationship without spending time together, period. No wonder what starts happening is this subtle, very unintentional severing of emotional bonds together. Waking up and thinking, I don't really know if I know you anymore. Hey, how about this one? I don't even know if I like you. The truth is, we tend to default to our strengths whenever we don't feel safe in a relationship. And the things I started loving, the things I loved about you become the things I hate about you now in our marriage. Why? Because we naturally move to protect ourselves. We distance ourselves from one another.
Right.
And that's a dangerous place to be. Let me say this. We've set all this up to challenge you to move in a different direction. God wants to bless your marriage. God wants you to enjoy the wife, the husband of your youth. He really does. And there isn't anything more significant, more precious in all the world than being in a relationship where somebody loves you. They actually are there for you. Now, it takes a lot of work. That means time and effort. That means bringing God in. You got a lot of talk that you got to do. Touch is an important piece. It's all about love, connecting on the... Yes, you got to do all those things. And how do you do it?
Start with something. You got to start.
That would be a real good answer, Dave. Just get started. Start in a direction, positive, proactive steps to make your love, your relationship, what God really intended it to be. Doesn't matter where you're at, what you've gone through, I promise you, you can always move in a direction and embrace the love that He intends.
Encouraging Spirit FM.
Wondering how I even reached this place again. But you have